Hello and welcome to our latest unboxing video. I'm Eliza. I'm here at the Hatfield Public Library with the famous Jocelyn, our teen and child librarian. In this case, she's here as the teen librarian because we have a box of teen books. Hooray! And I think I've said this before, but this time, even more so, this is our biggest box of teen books ever. This weird thing happened where 1 month's order got delayed and then it came in like a month late and then the other order came in at the same time. So this is basically like 2 months, 15 teen books. So we're going to try to go through them like efficiently yeah, get ready, prepare yourself. Jocelyn, do you want to go first?
I'm so ready. All right. I am in fact not here to be liked. So this is by Michelle Quach. And this is a debut novel, so that's great, but it has a great warning on the back which says, this book contains an unlikable female character. And
yes, I love it. Yeah, I love that.
Right? I'm so excited.
That also reminds me of like the reality TV show thing, like I'm not here to make friends.
Yeah.
Okay. Mine is called Blackbirds in the Sky, and it's by Brandy, Colbert, and it's got a really interesting title. I'm not sure how much you can see in the video, but it's like some teenagers and then like a sort of city with smoke coming out and then plants all around. And it says it's the story and legacy of the 1921 Tulsa race massacre. I just want to check if this is fiction or non. I mean, obviously it's based on an actual historical event. Yes, it's a nonfiction account.
Nice. Next up, I've got Defy the Night by Brigid Kemmerer. So if you are keen on fantasy and you'd like to really be feeling defiant, this is probably where you want to go next. There's like the best quote on the back is a captivating combination of thrilling adventure, swoon-worthy romance, and royal intrigue.
That's interesting. I didn't get a big romance vibe from the cover, so.
Right?
Okay, this is actually a really big release. This is the newest Marissa Meyer, who wrote Cinder and has just gone on to write one popular book after another. And this one is called Gilded. It's another fairy tale retelling, but which fairy tale? Rumpelstiltskin, haha. We're gonna play the guessing game, but it's Rumpelstiltskin. So yeah, I think a lot of people are gonna be like that, want that because there are a lot of big fans of her books.
I'm a big fan of her books. Cool. Next up for me is one of the Teen Titans graphic novels. Beast Boy Loves Raven. So yeah, if you've been following along, this is probably the next one you want to come pick up.
I just really love this cover. I'm so into the covers, but this one is called Little Thieves by Margaret Owen, who I'm not familiar with as much as an author, but you can see it's got this sort of red woman and then these ghosty blue women and then this skull in the background. I almost get like a fairy tale vibe from it. Yeah, it says, once upon a time there was a horrible girl, maybe another unlikable female protagonist.
Yes, bring it.
Let's see, I don't want to go too much into the summary. It sounds like it's maybe got a little bit of a Russian vibe. The main character's name is Vanya, and it's a retelling of Goose Girl. Cool. Oh, she wrote The Merciful Crow, which we had or have in the library.
I love that there are all these like folktale retellings. They're great. Continuing from my own title theme anyway, from Beast Boy we go to Beasts of Prey by Ayana Gray. This is another fantasy book, another fantasy epic, I should say. And this is a world where magic used to be. So one of those like reclaiming magic books. Lots of action. Cool.
I have another good title here. It's called All of Us Villains, and it's by Amanda Foody and Christine Lynn Herman. And I think this is another fairy tale retelling. I'm just getting that vibe. It's a little hard to tell, but they, like in addition to the hands, there's like an evil looking face up here. And so this is, oh, maybe it's not a fairy tale maybe it's just from the perspective of villains. So it's in a magic world. Yeah, it sounds like a fantasy book with a tournament. They need to have a champion. There's like lots of families. Yeah, 2 authors.
Cool. This one is not a fantasy. This is The Other Talk. It is reckoning with, it says my, and then it's crossed out, our white privilege. So this is by Brendan Kiely with an introduction by Jason Reynolds. Jason Reynolds has written so many fabulous things. And this, like, I don't know, I kind of feel like teens, this might be a useful book for you to go have conversations with your parents. Like, you're probably already having these conversations, but it's so useful to be able to talk to every generation about like how we're dealing with white privilege and the rampant systemic racism. So great to have another primer for that.
Sharon Cameron, Bluebird. This is historical fiction. It takes place in 1946. About maybe a teenager who goes from Berlin to New York City, and she says she holds the key to a deadly secret about Project Bluebird, a horrific experiment in concentration camps, and people are maybe trying to get after her to find out her information, but what she wants is justice.
All right, I hope she gets it. This is So Many Beginnings. It's a Little Women remix, which sounds great, by Bethany C.
I've heard that this is really fun.
I can't wait to read this myself. It says that Morrow's prose is a sharpened blade in a practiced hand, cutting to the core of our nation's history. So I love these retellings, and this is, since the movie just came out a few years ago, like, I'm super excited to see this retelling from voices that you may have noticed were kind of lacking in the original.
And I would love a retelling where all 4 of them make it to the end, because I'm a softie. I'm such a softie.
Oh no, which one is? Okay, never mind.
So this is Christmas. That's the title of the book. I wasn't just saying that. So this is Christmas. It's a song, but now they've made it into the title of a book by Tracy Andreen. This just looks like super, just like fun Christmas romantic type read. So we love to have some of those on the shelf. Not everything has to be serious.
But some things obviously absolutely have to be serious or horrible. All These Bodies by, sorry, the name's coming over it, Kendare Blake, looks proper fearsome. So if you're in for the horror, the back here is so much fear over one little girl.
I like the idea that we're giving people choices like, oh, Christmas book or horror.
That's right.
This is my last one. Let me put it right side up. It's called Briarheart, and it's by Mercedes Lackey. I was so like amazed because Mercedes Lackey has been writing books for so many years. Like, she was already, I feel like she was already old school like when I was a kid, and this, like, apparently this is YA, and it's not like, you know, like, oh, some writer is just writing another book. Like, people are really excited about it. So it's also like got a fairy tale thing going in the fantasy girl world. It sounds like maybe a little bit of a Sleeping Beauty element. But this seems like a little more feminist.
Ah, awesome.
It's not really hard to be more feminist than the traditional Sleeping Beauty.
Right? But I love those retellings that are like, hi, let's bring this up to like modern mores. Come on now. We're rounding out. This is my last book too, and we are like, this year is apparently solid on the fairy tale theme. This is Once Upon a Broken Heart, and this is this is by Stephanie Garber, and it's all stories are made of both truths and lies. What matters is the way we believe in them. So it's about somebody's search for their happily ever after. I hope they find it. That title makes me worried for them. All right, that's it.
We were so good. We went through so fast. We're going to get all of these out on the shelf, and we will be back with another video. Yay!